I have one more prophecy to show you about crypto winter and Bitcoin going down to zero.
Another dream I had that night, I saw a scene outside and there was heavy snow on the ground. We don't get snow near where I am at in Australia, but there was heavy snow on the ground, and I saw a person in a big puffy jacket, and I knew that the dream was about investments. I had a knowing about that. So I believe that that is a confirmation of my recent YouTube video. This was the next day, and confirming about crypto winter coming. And I believe all the snow out there represented the winter, the crypto winter, and the person was in a very puffy insulated jacket. And I believe that is showing that they were insulated from the winter. So they were protected. Now that might mean that they cashed out at the right time and they were able to reinvest at very low prices, and they were comfortable because they didn't lose a bunch on their investments. So the people that don't get out in time when these major crashes that I've warned you about, their investments will go down to almost worthless. So just be aware of the different dreams that I've shared with you about this coming major crashes, and a few dreams I'll share shortly as well. Okay. Then in that night also, on the 21st, I saw a rubber band. I'm just looking at my notes, which represented gold and silver. And I saw it was stretching forth quite quickly, and it went to 35,000. And then it snapped back, the rubber band. So I believe that meant that it's going to crash after that. So 35,000 I assume is probably the gold price. Given the fact that gold is currently at around 1,700, 35,000 is an enormous move. That's a massive move. So that's what I was shown, to believe that gold will begin to move to that price. And thereafter there will be a big major crash in the gold price. I don't know if it's going to be exactly 35,000 the top, but this is a marker, like a price marker. So the lowest price of gold that I've seen in a dream is $300. And I received that on the 1st of August 2020. That would be a good time to buy gold. And if gold's going up to 35,000, that's a very big rise from where it's at. Okay, on the 24th of March, this was a significant dream. This is one of the reasons I wanted to make this video. I saw the Bitcoin price and it was over 100,000. It was like about 109,000, and it froze on that, and then it changed to 111,000, and it froze on that for a few seconds. And I sold in the dream what I had, and I saw my balance on the exchange, which corresponded to an Electronium price of about $1.50. So that's based on my current holdings, so that may change. And then I saw the price of Bitcoin crash rapidly, and I saw the price, as if it was written, I saw it flashing and changing to lower prices, lower and lower, all the way down to zero. I saw it go all the way down to zero. And then I looked at my balance on the exchange, and it was also zero. And I was shocked at that. And then the scene changed in the dream, and I was telling my brother that this was very important information. And then the dream ended, and I woke up. So that's very significant. That shows that Bitcoin is looking to climb at least to over 100,000. I'm not saying that, in my interpretation, that 111,000 is the exact top, but that was shown to me as being significant. But I do believe that this is the third wave, and that it is going to crash hard, and it is going to crash all the way down to zero. Now, I do believe there will be ups and downs on the way down to zero, and even though it happened very quickly in my dream, I don't know how quickly that will happen in reality. That dream is showing the trajectory of things. So after we go up to 111,000, I don't know how high we'll go above that, if we do. But after that is the drop to zero. So that might take a while, I don't know, but it was quick in the dream. So I just wanted to share that with you.
So now we have some pricing points according to what Christopher Harris is saying. And he talks about he is having a dream about the crypto winter. Right now, before we get into the crypto winter, one of the reasons why I played the gold prophecy was because what I showed you guys in Robin Cunningham's videos, and he was talking about gold, about China trying to sell off gold and everything. All right, so in this particular prophecy, gold will go up to 35,000 and then crash. And then he actually saw a price of gold at 300. And I believe right now, I think the price is around 17 or 1800. So that's very significant, especially if you're holding gold, because then that's going to give you a pricing point to exchange your gold. But at the same time, it also tells us what China is going to be doing, because they're going to be trying to get rid of all their gold and all their Bitcoin. Talked about different pricing points all the way up to 109,000. And then at 109,000, Bitcoin froze. And then he said after he saw 111,000, and then it began to drop. Now, of course, it could actually top out at 120, but you need to watch at 109,000. Over 100,000, I'm really going to be watching. But once it hits that 109,000, that's when we know things are getting ready to be hectic. So Robin Cunningham's prophecies do confirm, in my opinion, a lot of the different things about as far as what Christopher Harris is saying, as far as the fluctuations, the ups and downs, the flash crashes, what was going to happen with China and the China hack, the crypto winter, and the coming major crashes that are about to occur. So now, Robin Cunningham said he didn't see it crash to zero. He saw that he's seen it pretty low. He didn't see Bitcoin at $0, right? Like worth just less than a penny. You know, some of these crashes, this crash is going to happen very fast, right? And I think there's only going to be a short period of time that Bitcoin will be at zero. Now, keep in mind, both of these prophecies from Robin and Christopher both show that Bitcoin will be profitable, you know, after the crypto winter. But this is what's going to happen during the crypto winter. So these prophecies, they're pretty amazing, and we are in a prophetic crunch because we are in December, and so a lot of things are going to have to happen very quickly, very fast, and I believe that we're at that moment. I just couldn't see all of this going into 2022, like waiting until a whole nother year or any of this to take place. A lot of these fall prophecies that I've presented on here, like Kim Clement, and he talks a lot about the fall. Kim Clement talks about a lot of different events happening during the fall. With the way that this current administration is handling this economy and what they're doing, they're really bringing this economy down. So we have some things that we can look at. We have pricing points. We have over 100,000. We have the 109,000 and the 111,000. We have gold, the 35,000. And like I said, all these different prophecies, they're correlating with each other. Now, the next subject I want to talk about is Satoshi Nakamoto. And I want to discuss his Bitcoin wallet addresses. Now, we discussed whether or not if his identity might be revealed down the line in the future. Many of his addresses are dormant and have been dormant. And what I'm beginning to find out as I'm doing the research, just this past year, there's been a few movements by Bitcoin addresses that haven't done anything for years. And that's what kind of concerns me, because I know that Mr. Pena said it was Putin, you know, but now if it is him, then I can see a destructive plan, right? Eventually, all of these wallets will begin to activate, and that could cause a crypto winter. Think about it, folks. So in this article, Satoshi, you know, they're questioning whether or not if Satoshi, 21 million of Bitcoin moved from wallet inactive for 9 years. And that happened in July. And if you guys are not following Whale Alert on Twitter, you need to, because he has a lot of different alerts in a lot of different areas in finance. So you definitely need to check him out. Now, in this article here, Bitcoin wallet from Satoshi era mysteriously activates after 11 years. A Bitcoin wallet that has been dormant since the time that cryptocurrency's anonymous creator was still active online has suddenly activated. The wallet was last used on May 17, 2010, less than 1 year before Satoshi Nakamoto sent their final emails to fellow crypto developers. The 50 Bitcoins contained within the wallet were worth less than $4 when they were last used 11 years ago. Wow, folks, $4. $4. And worth an estimated $3 million at today's rates. Now, folks, you see that? That's just, you talk about a wealth transfer. You really want to talk about a wealth transfer. This is bigger than the dinar. This wealth transfer that took place was bigger than any other investment that has ever been out there. And even if you just look from beginning back when Bitcoin first started, less than a penny. Because there's no way that any of the stocks that we own right now are going to reach 40, 50, 60,000. So it says here last month, wallet containing 616 BTC also activated after not being used for 9 years. All right, the most valuable dormant wallet contains nearly 80,000 BTC, roughly 5 billion at the current exchange rates. So I was reading these articles and doing some research. There's a study out there. People were, putting all this together, and they believe that they've located at least most of Satoshi's wallet addresses going back to the very beginning. So when I was looking at this article about who owns the most Bitcoin, so in that one article they mentioned that it could be anywhere from 10 to 20,000 different addresses Satoshi used. So here it says Satoshi is estimated to hold the largest Bitcoin cache, more than 1 million BTC, valued at approximately 4.5 billion today. And actually, this article is a little bit older, but it's actually, according to its current rate, about 50 billion today. Think about it, folks. If 1 million BTC was released into the market, right? Yeah, there's two different ways to think about that. All right, so that's absolutely insane. But these are, what they said is it's a network of Bitcoin addresses. So it's not just in one address. So you see where some of the problem is, the way that I'm looking at this. If we begin to see his addresses move around, and I believe that could be a sign if we start to see more of his dormant addresses become active. Because if there's a plot and he is involved with it, or whoever created it, if it was designed, if it was meant for evil, you're going to see those move around. A lot of those Bitcoin wallets will start activating. Prophet Robin talked about Binance, and Binance actually owns the largest cold storage wallet address, which holds 288,126 Bitcoin. All right, you can go here on BitInfo charts, and it'll break it down, the top 100 richest Bitcoin addresses. Right, so Binance is there at the top, and so Binance is going to be investigated, and they're talking about assets being frozen. Right, you won't be able to get into your account. There might be some other things that happen with that too. So that's something to think about, folks. It says here Tesla owns more than 42,902 BTC. And it says here under this private company, Block.one, a Chinese corporation, is the largest private owner of Bitcoin. Right? So that we have China back into the picture. We talk about China throwing everything they have, to bring down the crypto markets. And you got some governments that hold on to Bitcoin and all that. So this is pretty interesting information. Top dormant for 5 years Bitcoin addresses, right? You can actually go up to 9 years. And what if a lot of these are linked to Satoshi? What if these are linked to some type of plot to bring down this world economy? So we have to think about that if people start unloading all these Bitcoin. If we go through a crypto winter and nothing happens to those wallets, nothing moves, I'd be very shocked. And we're talking about when Bitcoin goes down to zero, at least speaking prophetically. So I wanted to bring this up because this is all part of what we're getting ready to get into when I make these videos, this series that I'm making, that there's a reason why I'm showing you all this, and I'm leading into something, and I think maybe some of you might have caught some of this stuff, and I hope you guys do before I actually put it out there. we know that the markets are manipulated, right? And there are whales out there that are doing it, individuals. There are CEOs of companies. And we know what Binance is doing. And this is all going to lead to what we've been discussing about this wealth transfer. You can be part of the 1%. It can happen just like that. And we're going to get to that. But I need to explain all this stuff. And that's why you guys need to continue to watch the other videos. Start from the beginning. I know it seems like a lot. But if you want your life to change, if you want your financial life to change, if you want to take part of the wealth transfer, then you definitely need to watch every single video because you need the knowledge. Don't just rely on one thing or one person because things are getting ready to change.